You're saying you're still interested in it at the moment.
Yeah, even after 5 years, I still got interested in it.
A PhD, a million publications, it's still an area of interest for you.
Yeah, no, I do, and I think, it's like I was alluding to, really, I see a lot more people with knee complaints, and it's as eclectic as ever. You know, they're all heterogeneous in a different way. You know, it's like they still have varying levels of anxiety about their knee symptoms, or their varying degrees of pathology within it, and so on, and it's not all PFP. So as a result, you know, you see someone with knee pain and it's not. So you're still challenged in terms of differential diagnosis. I'm still challenged in terms of clinical reasoning. It's not like I'm seeing such a finite little group that it's like, they all come in with exactly the same thing, and therefore that would be dull. So it's not. It's an eclectic mix, and my thesis was looking at the interaction of the hip and foot in people with patellofemoral pain, and so as a result, you know, I'm sort of interested in what's going on proximally, what's going on distally, and how that influences what's going on at their knee. And sometimes actually the stuff going on above and below it is the more important thing that we've got to address. So I'm definitely not bored of it, and we definitely don't have the answers to it all. So there's still plenty of scope to keep me interested. And
PFP, obviously a condition which affects people at different ages and different activity levels. It must be quite a broad.
And there's this ever evolving sort of stuff about PFJ-OA and PFP on a continuum, and how actually PFJ-OA is actually sort of prevalent in a vast majority of people with OA of the knee, and actually it's just been underestimated, or it hasn't been differentiated for a long period of time within the literature. It's like, they've got OA, but actually a lot of people are struggling much more with their patellofemoral component of it rather than their tibiofemoral component.
Which is hugely important in terms of, even if they've got end-stage OA and they are planning orthopaedic interventions, isn't it? Of course, if you've got a huge patellofemoral component and then they're going for a tibiofemoral joint replacement, it's hugely important. I think it's a really interesting area.
I think it's good, and I think sort of the more cohorts we can get on board and explore and look at them longitudinally and see if there is this sort of link between early PFJ pain and PFJ-OA, I think then that sort of amplifies, from my perspective, the importance of getting it right in those younger ages. So that still keeps a bit of fire in the belly. So that's all right. For now.
Great. So just to finish off, really, you've talked a lot about the patients you are seeing. So for your colleagues, what's an ideal patient for them to refer to you? Is it somebody with patellofemoral pain, or is there a group of patients you prefer to take as a specialist referral, or not really?
No, I mean, naturally I'm drawn towards the knee, and so individuals with knee complaints or recalcitrant knee complaints, I'm more than happy to try and help out and offer in my, 2x worth or whatever it is, to be beneficial. I've enjoyed doing joint sessions with people and sharing ideas about how we can manage these people better. So that's my area of specialty. That's kind of the area that I'm looking to develop more and more in time. So anything like that, and my door's pretty much always open. So welcome to come in and have a chat, and pick brains and ask questions, because we're all learning. So it's
And is there anything that without having to refer on, that you think physios perhaps could do better with their patellofemoral patients? Any final tips you've got for people, be it from the different modalities you talked about, the education or the exercise, anything really?
I do think, I almost got asked that question in Denmark when we were presenting out there. A chap from QMUL University or something like that, I think, the physio, he asked the question, sort of said, if somebody's not getting better, what do you then do? If someone's not I feel like I've addressed this or I've addressed that, and they're still not getting better. And we all get those people, and this is where a bit of my sort of love for reflective practice is to sort of reflect and then revisit that case and re-ask some questions to that individual, and just make sure that what you've considered to be your primary driver of symptoms, and it may well have evolved over time and it's now no longer their primary driver of symptoms, is that you're truly addressing that primary driver. And I think most commonly that where I find it sort of unravelling is that actually the psychological element of that individual's symptoms have just not been adequately addressed. They're doing some great rehab, they're loading up sensibly at a sensible rate, they've changed the way in which they're running or moving, and they're all doing that sort of fine, and therefore sort of mechanically they're doing brilliantly, but this concern that they have over the fact that they've got this sort of 1 or 2 or 3 out of 10 pain symptom in the front of their knee just hasn't been addressed, hasn't been sort of, they haven't been informed on it, and as a consequence then they're still getting that symptom, and for them that's failure of treatment, and for them that means that they're still fearful of doing X, Y or Z when actually they possibly shouldn't be. So I think not being afraid to revisit, question your hypotheses that you formed early on, and view it with that sort of holistic approach of, what else could it be that's predominantly driving their symptoms, or why is it that they consider themselves not resolved or improved, and it could just be that you've just got a mismatch between what you think is a successful outcome and what they think is a successful outcome, as an example. So,
great. That's really helpful. Thanks for talking to me. And like I say, wish you all the best with your ongoing research. Thanks, and your postdoc at QMUL.
Yeah, that's it. My ongoing busy week. It's fun.
Thanks a lot.
No worries.